So, Larry, you've been in ministry for quite some time. Um, how long have you been pastoring?
I have been in ministry for, we define ministry always
Yeah.
involved in church ministry 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what difference has it made in the last year or so as you've started to become aware of this whole desire realm and work with praying your desires and so forth? How has that changed your life and the way you work with people?
Um, in one sense, it's almost like a call back to the original DNA of when you first come to know Christ, and everything is out of just big heart desire things, and through the years we learn how to, master Christianity and church life, and we take on language and just things said that are churchy and so forth, and it's just been refreshing to be able to lay and see those things and lay them aside and contemplate, just this desire approach, just that uniqueness or freshness of asking Jesus, what do you like about me today?
Mm-hmm.
That, when you first worked in one of the workshops that, you asked that question, it was like, that's mind bending, to say, wait a minute, I should, or I'm supposed to, or I
Right,
can
right.
ask Jesus out, what do you like about me today? That's just a foreign thought. And in ministry, we're always giving away, and we seem like we're always learning so that we can give that away. And we never, it seems like, and I'm from speaking of my own life, I'm always growing and learning so that I can be a better pastor and leader and, friend and so forth. And you forget to receive and take things on for yourself. And that's really what these desire prayers and looking at the desires of the heart, twisted, desires, or, and where they come from, and being able to look at those and get into those it's just been fresh. It's new life to I don't want to say my new life, and not like I didn't have life,
Right.
but it's just renewing and refreshing. It's transformational. I think it's helped me. I honestly believe that God has just orchestrated in my life these workshops because of what He is doing, and where He has me in this place, and that calling journey of discovering that place of identity where I'm at, and understanding and having these desire prayers and approach has, I think, has brought a freedom to walk into it, not as fearful. We've been called to step out in faith. And I say we, my wife and I,
Right.
a couple of times on big risk things. And this journey we're in, and this place we're at in the last 8 months for myself, and I think the introduction to this has really helped me tremendously, because it just draws a closer intimacy with the Father.
What's the thing that Jesus said to you that has most stuck with you or had the most impact when you were having this kind of conversation with Him?
Him speaking to me and saying, Larry, you don't have to be perfect. Hearing that from Him, and again, that's related back to all that control stuff and everything, and just a freedom of His love, and I think that's one of them.
And say just a little bit more. What does it mean to you when he says you don't have to be perfect? What does it give you?
Oh, I just, it brings peace, but it brings peace because I can practice staying out of that striving mode. You know, there's that whole works mindset of our value is based on what we do and how well we do it. And that gets stripped away when he speaks to your heart that way.
Yeah, I had an experience several years ago out of the blue. I was out taking a walk, and I don't remember what we were talking about, but all of a sudden he just said, you know what, Tony, it's enough. If you never did anything else, it's enough.
Yeah.
And it's like that sort of stamp of approval on your life. That it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can go back to that moment a lot of times.
Yeah.
So,
But it's also there are moments, and you know, you ask about them, but there are also moments that, you know, I have to remind myself of those things because I've got 30 years of you know, a treadmill set at a certain pace, and it's been turned off. It's like, no, well, let's get off that treadmill. And so you know, you take what's happening here, but this has to be renewed also.
There's
You know,
sort of
and this has to
automatic
renew so
reflex.
that you can get there. Yeah. So it's been a great experience, though.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for
Yeah.
opening your heart to us with that.
Thank you.